So, I had some unfortunate family troubles last week, which may or may not have stopped me from posting a video last weekend. So, I took the video that was supposed to come out last weekend, extended it a bit longer, and am posting it now. So, here we go, I guess. Alright, so before we resume our Nuzlocke, let's take a look at what the current standings are. As for our party, we currently have Lucifer, our starter, Snivy, as well as Theodore the Patrat, who was our first encounter on Route 19, who gave me quite a bit of trouble in order to actually join the team in the first place. As for gym badges, we currently have a good old whopping 0, which will have improved by the end of this video. Hopefully with no tragedy, right? Well, we'll see how that goes in a few moments. So, after catching Theodore and realizing that more than half the Pokeballs I received from Bianca were just now gone down the drain, I decided to run back to Aspergia City to make a few more purchases, a shopping run if you will. Bought a few potions, bought 10 more Pokeballs, just so that way I wasn't going to be low on anything the next time I had to have an encounter or I needed to heal. Now, if things were to go really well, these Pokeballs that I bought now wouldn't be put to waste and would be very well used up until the next encounters I've made and would hopefully last me past the next few routes. I mean, come on. Bunch of low-level Pokemon, 14 Pokeballs, that sounds pretty reasonable, right? But, well, this game isn't reasonable all the time, as we just saw, so really, buying all this just hopes to help ensure that if that does happen again, I am prepared. Following my shopping run, I ran back out to Route 19 to finally start on my journey in earnest. I mean, it's Route 19, or, in this game's variation of Route 1. So, not too much eventful happened here. Ran into like one wild Pokemon, it was a Patrat, didn't really give me much trouble. But after that, moved on towards Flockacy Town. Just as we're about to enter Flockacy Town for the first time, we are interrupted with an unexpected encounter from the champion of the previous game, Alder. He was the champion in Black and White 1 who lost to N, and then you had to clean up his mess and go beat N for him. Oh, and you could fight him at the very end of the game to become the actual champion. That's a whole different story, but not the point here. Point here is Alder notices you're a fledgling trainer and decides, hey, I'll train you. So follow me into Floxy Town. I've got a, place to train Pokemon. I'll show you the ropes and make you into a good trainer. So following his advice, you walk into Floxy Town with him. Now at this point, rather than just follow Alder around town, I decided to go around and talk to people since I was pretty sure there was someone in town who could give you a free potion, and at this point, during any Nuzlocke, any potion you can get, it can be a lifesaver. It could be the meaning between having a Pokemon live and a Pokemon die. So anything I can get for free without having to pay the money for is golden. Progressing further into Floxy Town, we meet with Alder once more, just outside of his training dojo, so to speak, where he makes fun of us for having two town maps. Yeah, the second one, turns out, is for Hugh, so in order to find him, Alder directs us to Route 20 and says that Hugh is to do some training there. So we'll head on over there to do some training for ourselves and hand over the town map. Okay, first trainer battle. This can only go poorly, definitely. After the first Hugh fight, I don't even know what level I'm going into with this. I know I'm level 7, but I don't know what levels they have. Okay, level 5, that's not bad. That's not bad. Doable. Crit, you know what? Lucifer will take it. Okay. Shove and tackle. Easy, nice and easy. Hey, we get a level out of it, that's good. So, as you saw, the first trainer battle actually went pretty well, and to be honest with you, I'm not even going to bother showing the second, because that one went super easy too, no problems there. After which, of course, I decided I'd head back to the Pokemon Center, get some heals up, and that's when I had an idea, which may have changed the course of things a little bit. Okay, so I heal up, I can go back out to the route, and then hopefully catch something good. Don't know how this is gonna go. Here's the thing though, I'm now thinking about it. If I were to run into, like, any form of a flying type, I'd have problems. So why don't I level up Theodore a bit to use with me? Because otherwise it's gonna be a shit show. Oh, now I find the level 4 Patrats. Of course. Switch train time. Lucifer can easily take these out with a switch training, it's fine. How much damage do I take? Okay, that's what Lear applied too, so that's fine. Not great that it takes me a few Vine Whips to actually get through this, but that's okay. Theodore learned Lear. Okay, that actually got Theodore a level, so you know what? That's good. Lear first. Make my life easier. Ah, it did 6 points of damage. Good lord. And I was crit. You've got to be kidding me. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll deal with it. It's okay. It's okay. I did not need Theodore anyway. I did not need Theodore anyway. Okay. Well, let's just get the frick out of here. Shit. Yeah, so Theodore may or may not have died to a level 2 Patrat from a crit. Because I decided, off of some random scenario in my head, that, you know, fighting a level 2 Patrat was going to be fine. Except for the fact that, well, crit happens. So, yeah. This kind of changed the tone a bit at the start of the Nuzlocke here. Now, as is customary in Nuzlocks, I have to have somewhere to store both the Pokemon that are alive and the ones that are dead. So, as you can see here, I am setting up my 2 boxes. My box for the Pokemon that are alive, I generally tend to name Meadows. And the box for the dead Pokemon kind of changes every run. I name it something different every time. So this time, we went with something a little bit more, well, dark in a way, since this Nuzlocke's probably going to include a lot of death. So I figured something as simple as the pit would suffice for its purposes. The pit. You were hasty and quick to run away, Theodore. Unfortunately, that did not save you from being crit by one of your own kind. That was a level lower than you. I really should have switch trained you. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need you. I have Lucifer. We're fine. And you know what? I'm getting another encounter right now. Actually, did I heal? No. I am getting another encounter in a few moments. Oh, Yeah, so while I said it didn't shake me so much, I mean, it kind of did in its own way. Like I said, sets the tone. The first encounter I got that gave me so much trouble, not to mention took up 6 of my Pokeballs, dies the second battle I'm training it in. Yeah, I'm probably going to bump into a few walls after that, so my mentality shifted a little bit as this was coming up. And I had to start thinking about sort of the future of the Nuzlocke, I guess, in a sense. How to train my Pokemon more efficiently, how to make sure they don't, keel over like poor Theodore did, and how to make sure I get my head in the game fast. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you Nuzlocke Rules for Dummies. Now, to preface, this is not an actual rule of a Nuzlocke. You in no means, or by any means, have to follow this rule if you do your own Nuzlocke of a game. This is merely something I did to increase the challenge of my gameplay here in this run-through. I call this the training cap. So, and I'm pretty sure somebody's done this before, throughout Pokemon games, you have various gym leaders that you have to fight in order to get through the game. First of all, in this game, being Charon. We'll get to his team and analyzing it a little bit later, but the important thing to note is obviously the gym leaders have a Pokemon with their highest level. In this case, being his Lillipup, which is level 14. What I call the training cap is that I cannot purposely train any of my Pokemon to be above level 14 before fighting Charon. So it could occur accidentally, but the idea is not to raise any of my Pokemon's levels above 14 intentionally, so that the game isn't made easy by just overleveling a Pokemon past the gym leader's ace Pokemon's level, so to speak, to be able to fly through a gym very easily. This can limit my options and make the game just a bit more challenging. With this thought in the back of my head, I went back out to Route 20 to continue my training and get my next encounter. But before grabbing the encounter up, there was one more trainer on the route I wanted to fight. He was pretty easy, but while I fought him, I had some interesting philosophy, thinking to myself a bit, Charon. I think, to make, be safe with this, I fight this trainer, take him out to get some more experience points, and I cry, I guess. Good lord. Okay. I really need something decent from Philocracy Ranch, or this route in general, because I'm running out of options for Charon, because Charon in challenge mode is not easy. He's got plenty of stuff to choose from that can just screw me over monumentally, mind you. Let's take a quick moment to analyze the first gym leader of the game, Charon. He is a normal type user, and in the normal modes of the game, has a Patrat and a Lillipup, both at varying levels, which we won't get to at this moment because challenge mode raises those levels. In challenge mode, he also gains a third Pokemon, a Pidove, and gives his Lillipup an Oranberry to hold during combat, making it a little bit harder to take out. If we were to win against Charon in challenge mode, you would receive 1,680 Pokédollars, as well as the Workup TM. Workup is a move that raises the user's attack and special attack by one stage, and this is also a move that all of Charon's Pokemon know, so during the fight he can raise his own Pokemon's attack and special attack with a single use of a move, which as you can imagine, for the first gym, can make things rather tough if he is to stack up his attack stat pretty quickly. In terms of levels going into this, Charon's got a level 12 Patrat, a level 12 Pidove, and a level 14 Lillipup, making this quite a bit of a challenge for the first gym. Now, what this meant for me was keeping in mind that I can't raise any of my Pokemon's levels past 14, as you recall based on a previous rule, but not to mention, any Pokemon that I want to use in the gym probably should be somewhere between levels 12 and 14. Currently, I'm only sitting around level 8, level 9 at this point in the run, so it's a matter of how can I get enough experience points on my Pokemon to get them in that ballpark range of 12 to 14 without having them risk their lives on a 24/7 basis. Pushing those thoughts away, it was time for my next encounter, and I was really hoping to be something I could use in the gym efficiently and effectively. This immediately complicates things. Oh, Lord. Alright, shoot. Stay in the ball, question mark? Of course not. Of course not. Why would it stay in the ball? You know what? Vine Whip. Not very effective, you know? A string shot and tackle is doable, okay. Okay, come on. That was a crit, okay. We've got it down to the health it really needs to be at Lucifer. Yeah, I could do one more, but I'm not gonna risk it. Okay. Lovely. That's just great. Okay. A nickname to the Cotswaddle. Yep. What are we gonna name this thing? This Swaddle. Okay. I gotta think here. Something that sows? Or I need something with a bug. A bug that sows. A bug that sows things. You know what? I think as basic as it is, sort of, it's got a bit of a reference to it. We will name it, no, not capital. Weaver. Now, after having added Weaver the Swaddle to my party, I decided to make my way over to Flockacy Ranch. Now, I wasn't initially excited about getting a Swaddle, mainly due to the fact that I already had a Grass type, so the complication of adding a Swaddle to this is that I now have two Pokemon that are weak to Fire. One that is 2 times weak, and one that is 4 times weak. Meaning that Hugh, who has the Fire starter, is kind of a problem now. So long as he doesn't use a Fire move, I'm fine, but as soon as he does, my entire team melts. Which is a problem, considering he is the hurdle I need to get to my next encounter. So I went to Flockacy Ranch, hoping that things would go well. Alright, Hugh. Where are you at? There you are. Now, do you have a level 9? Because of challenge mode. If so, this is gonna suck. Yep, he has level 9. Okay. Okay, start out with a Leer. Okay, out the gate. Not good. But I should do more now, and I'm faster. The one advantage that the Snivy line has over any of the other starters, speed. I may as well make use of it. Okay, now because I am not a fan of, you know, crits, I'm just not gonna deal with it. No, I did not mean to open that up. Oh my god, I figured out the back button. 1 health, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Finish him, Lucifer. Thank you. That'll be a free level. We'll take it. Learned rap. That's insta-gone as soon as I get something else that's better. You need to apologize to your partner. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. After winning our fight, we have a short conversation with Hugh, handing him over his town map that his sister wanted to give him, as well as meeting the owners of the ranch. You're the owner of this ranch, and this is my wife. Ah, yes, and the wife is named Wife, of course. What else would they be named, right? We find out one of their herdiers has gone missing, and they're not too worried considering it's probably just a dog going out to play around in the wilderness. Hugh, however, relives some PTSD and has a bit of a freak out and shames them for not knowing where their Pokemon is and runs off into the ranch to go look for him. So before we go to help look for the herdier, it's time we got an encounter from Flockacy Ranch because at this point, I really desperately need it. Alright. Flockacy Ranch. What do we get in Flockacy Ranch? A Lillipup. You know what? That's good. That's reliable. Okay. I will try a Pokeball on the Lillipup. Please. Just stay in the ball. Be a good doggy. Why would it do that? Okay. Lucifer, for the love of all that is holy, do not murder it. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to catch it, not kill it. Premier Ball, maybe? You prefer? Come on, it's fancy. Oh, come on. 3 shakes and a break, really? Please, just get in the ball. Make my life a little bit easier. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's a Lillipup caught. The puppy Pokemon. You know what? I feel like this one, because of the Nuzlocke that we're in, while I'm going to be smart a majority of the time, I feel like I'm going to make some dumb decisions, and I need a dog that's going to be able to stick through me with this with me, you know, the entire time. So I think I am going to name this Lillipup after a very fun character. Good old Doug from the movie Up. Can't go wrong with Doug. I was about to prove that statement very wrong after checking Doug's stats to find that, well, his lowered stat just so happened to be one of his most useful ones. Attack. So, yay me, this was still going to be extremely difficult. You know what, redeeming quality. You have pickup. I can use that. That's usable. You can grab some stuff for me, Doug, as we walk, you know? Nothing major, but you can grab some things for me, you know? It's okay. After having coped with the fact that Doug had a lowered attack, and I probably wasn't going to be able to use him for much in the coming little while, I decided to come up with a new plan to deal with Charon's bullshit. I decided, hey, you know what, why don't I just sweep his entire team with one Pokemon, Lucifer. Now, key point to this being, I need to raise Lucifer's level up quite high. Flockacy Ranch, for those who have played Nuzlocke in Pokemon Black and White 2, can be known to some as Flockacy Purgatory. The main problem here is that all the wild Pokemon's levels probably cap out somewhere around 7, and they're very hard to find at level 7. So, trying to reasonably level up your entire team when going to fight Charon is sort of annoying when the odd-no farming method is not even an option at this point. That's something we'll explain way later, when it actually does become a valid option. But suffice it to say, that efficient XP farming for levels is not an option at the moment. So, the only efficient ways I have of gaining experience points at the current moment are trainer battles, of which there are a limited amount. So, idea here is that I take Lucifer, who I know for a fact will be reliable and that I want to continue the rest of the Nuzlocke with, and level him up to 14 before Charon, and have him just sweep the entire gym. Now, this obviously isn't easy in the sense that Charon can up his stats with Workup, as we explained earlier, upping his attack stat on all of his Pokemon and then proceeding to sweep you. Can be sort of challenging to get past. Except for one small advantage I had forgotten that the Snivy line has when it comes to this gym. Snivy can learn Growth before level 14. Growth, as a move, is the exact same thing as Workup. You use it and it raises your attack and special attack by 1 stage. None of the other starters, both Tepig and Oshawott, have something like this that they can use to their advantage in the gym. So, the main strat is this. I send out Lucifer, use Growth a couple of times, and then just sweep Charon's entire team with my raised attack starter. So, that was the plan. Went around fighting a few trainers as I went through the ranch. After progressing through the ranch far enough, we find the herdier that the ranch owners were talking about. Hugh runs off to go tell them, and we learn that they are from Team Plasma, the same villain group from the very first game that somehow happens to be around even after 2 years. And, well, tosses us a frustration TM, as he runs away using it as a distraction. With a very short introduction to the game's evil team out of the way, let's kind of pick up the pace a little bit as the first gym is fast approaching and we've got a plan for it. The first gym is all the way back in Aspertia City where we first started out, so we've got to make our way back there. We head back through Flockacy Town and eventually bump into Alder, who pulls us into his dojo for a little bit of training before the gym begins. Now we quickly have to fight 2 of Alder's other students, both of which are school kids who wield the elemental monkeys. One of which being a water monkey and the other being a fire monkey, so both a monkey you are weak to and good against. You want to learn Growth? Oh, please. Please learn Growth. And honestly, get rid of Leer. Up your own stats is just better. After getting both of those battles out of the way, it's back on the road, back to Aspertia City. Alder does stop us on the way as we go to give us a few Oran berries, which could be pretty helpful during the gym. Give one to your Pokemon to hold, they restore some health if things are getting pretty bad. After a quick run down Route 19, we're back in Aspertia City, ready to take on the first gym, which is located in the trainer school. Oh, the man himself, Clyde. Hello, Clyde. Please give me the fresh water. Thank you. You're a good man, Clyde. You know that? A good man. Be the gym leader, you're all good. Okay, great. At this point now, there are only 2 trainers left between me and Charon. They have normal type Pokemon, about 2 I think for each, ranging somewhere between levels 10 and 11. Both of them were made very quick work of by Lucifer, and after healing, it was finally time to fight Charon. Alright, Sharon. Me and you, buddy. All these other trainers are down. I can't do any other training. I could train up some of my extras, but we're not going to do that right now. Because honestly, I can take you out with just the one Pokemon. Let's do this. Gym 1. Starts out with the Patrat. It's okay. My plan is simple. Growth. Another advantage that Snivy has over the other 2 starters. I'm going for a second growth. I'm going for a third growth. This should end most of his Pokemon in 3 hits. He's getting a second workup in, which makes this a little dangerous, but that's okay. Gotta take some risks here and there. Going in for the Vine Whip. Crit would be great. Nope, okay. Hey, he got greedy. Okay, he went for a third workup to try and match all my growths that I did. Okay, Patrat down. And that was a good crit, Lucifer. Good, we'll take it. Nice. Better late than never. Okay, and level 15 hit. It's good, it gives me a little bit of extra HP to work with, and some more stats. Sends out the Lillipup next, the Ace already. Okay, we go straight for the Vine Whip, because all he's gonna probably do is go for damaging moves. Ooh, he went for a workup. I do not like that. I'm gonna need 3 to take this guy out. Which is my only worry. As the Oranberry kicks in. Oh, he got greedy. Okay, good. This is good, this is good. Sharon got a little too greedy on the Lillipup. I'm guaranteed faster. So Vine Whip just kills. Out. Now all he has left is the Pidove. Now the Pidove can lower stats, but the nice part is it doesn't have a flying move. So while I can't Vine Whip it, I can tackle it. For more than half its health, it uses Workup, which is going to suck. Now he has priority quick attack, so all Lucifer has to do is live 1 quick attack. Which is easy! You're done, Sharon! It's over! Be gone! Okay. Nice. There we go. No issues. Easy. Ah, feels so good. You've given me trouble in the past, and I expected you to give me even more problems. But hey, we will take an easy first victory. First gym badge acquired. No sweat. Light work. Definitely the way the rest of this run is going to go. Definitely. Yep, and you're going to give me workup. Unfortunately, it's useless for Lucifer because I already have growth. And I don't think he can actually learn workup. But it's still a good, you know, TM to have anyway. Okay. Now I get the heck out of here.